Dear students, we have completed aliphatic hydrocarbons. Today onwards, we start aromatic hydrocarbons, page number 204 to 206. So, the word aromatic is derived from Greek language. In Greek, aroma means pleasant smelling or fragrance. So, when you take an aromatic compound, it will have a pleasant smelling or fragrance. Okay. So first we are going to classify the aromatic hydrocarbons. It is classified into monocyclic as well as polycyclic. A hydrocarbon is of two types: monocyclic aromatic hydrocarbon and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. So from the word we can easily identify that the compound will have only one cyclic ring. So monocyclic aromatic hydrocarbon will have only one cyclic ring, that means benzene. So benzene is the first member of aromatic hydrocarbon. Molecular formula C6H6. And from this we can get the derivatives like methyl benzene or ethyl benzene, isopropyl benzene. So these are all the derivatives of benzene. Okay, the first member is benzene. It has only one cyclic ring. This is the derivative of benzene. Methyl benzene called toluene. Instead of methyl, ethyl group may be there, ethyl benzene. So these are all the compounds made up of only carbon and hydrogen, and it has a cyclic ring, benzene ring. Okay. So monocyclic aromatic hydrocarbon will have only one benzene ring. Next one is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, PAH. More than one benzene ring will be there. When you take these aromatic hydrocarbons, more than one benzene ring will be there. This is called a naphthalene. Two benzene rings are fused together to get naphthalene, and three benzene rings are fused together to get anthracene. One more example is there, phenanthrene. Okay, so naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthrene, these are all the examples of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, right? Next, nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbons. As I told, the first member is benzene. Molecular formula C6H6. And this structural derivation is an important one. In the field of organic chemistry, the derivation of structure of benzene was a breakthrough. With the help of this structure, many reactions have done. Okay. So tomorrow we will study the structure of benzene. How the structure of benzene is derived. So this is the first member. It is called benzene. Okay, these are all derivatives of benzene. We know that 6 hydrogen atoms present in benzene. Molecular formula C6H6. The hydrogen atoms in the benzene can be replaced by some other atoms or groups. So in benzene, a hydrogen is replaced by a methyl group. So it is called methyl benzene. Hydrogen in the benzene is replaced by an ethyl group. It is called ethyl benzene. Hydrogen in the benzene is replaced by an isopropyl or a secondary propyl group. So it is called isopropyl benzene. Its another name is cumene. Okay. So another name for methyl benzene is toluene. So these are all the names of derivatives of benzene. And this is a di-substituted product because two hydrogen atoms in the benzene are replaced by two methyl groups, right? So this is a di-substituted product. So dimethyl benzene. So structure 1, 2, 3, all the structures are having two methyl groups. Two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two methyl groups. So they are all dimethyl benzene. So molecular formula is similar, but position of methyl group is different. So they are all positional isomers. Structure 1, 2, 3 are positional isomers. So while writing the name, we should not write dimethylbenzene alone. We have to indicate the position of methyl group. So there are 6 carbon atoms in the benzene, and the hydrogen in this carbon is replaced by a methyl group. So we start from this. This is first carbon. This is second carbon. So totally 6 carbon atoms will be in the benzene. So to indicate the position, we give the numbers. At first and second carbon, methyl group is present. So its name is 1,2-dimethylbenzene. So two methyl groups are in adjacent carbon atoms. And this is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So two methyl groups are in alternative positions, right? They are in 1 and 3 positions. First carbon has a methyl group and a third carbon has a methyl group. So its name is 1,3-dimethylbenzene. And now two methyl groups are in opposite position. First carbon and fourth carbon. So 1 and 4 are the positions of two methyl groups. So its name is 1,4-dimethylbenzene. So this is one way of giving the name. If a benzene with two methyl groups is called a xylene, benzene with a methyl group is called as a toluene. The same way we have a name xylene. A benzene with the two methyl groups is called a xylene. So all the three structures are having two methyl groups. All these are known as xylene molecules. But the only difference is position of methyl group. So position 1 and 2 is denoted as ortho position. So we are going to use a prefix. Okay. 1 and 2 position is called what? Ortho position. The symbol of ortho will be taken from the first letter. The first letter of ortho is O. So this is called orthodimethylbenzene or orthoxylene. Position 1 and 3. Okay, alternative positions. 1 and 3. It's called a meta position. First letter is M. So it is meta-dimethylbenzene or metaxylene. Then opposite positions 1 and 4 is called para. First letter is P. So it is para-dimethylbenzene or paraxylene. So these are all di-substituted products. Two hydrogen atoms in the benzene are replaced by two methyl groups. So we can say dimethylbenzene or xylene. We have to indicate the position. So we can use the numbers like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, or we can use the prefixes like ortho, meta, and para. 1 and 2 position is called what? Ortho position. 1 and 3 position is called meta position. 1 and 4 position is called para position. Next, aromaticity. So the monocyclic aromatic hydrocarbon and the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, both are benzenoid compounds, right? We already studied in 11th lesson. Benzene, toluene, naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthrene, these are all benzenoid compounds. The structure is mainly based on benzene ring. So we know that benzenoid compounds are aromatic in nature. But some of the non-benzenoid compounds will have the property of aromatic compounds, right? Benzenoid compounds are aromatic in nature, we know that. Some of the non-benzenoid compounds will have this aromatic character. So to identify that, the concept aromaticity was introduced by the scientist Haeckel. Okay, so the property of aromatic compound, this property is generally called as aromaticity, and this aromaticity will have, so this property will be possible in both benzenoid compounds as well as non-benzenoid compounds. To find the aromaticity in an organic compound, there is a rule. Okay, so Huckel proposed this rule, so it is called Huckel's rule. With the help of Huckel's rule, we can predict an organic compound as aromatic or not. Whether it has aromaticity or not, it can be identified with the help of this Huckel's rule. Okay, so 3 points should be considered. Point number one, the molecule should be a planar one, whatever may be the molecule, benzenoid or non-benzenoid. It should have a planar structure. The atoms should be in a plane. Point number two, there should be a delocalization of pi electron. So we have two type of covalent bond, isn't it? Sigma covalent bond and pi covalent bond. So if you have only single bond, it is a sigma bond because of direct or linear overlapping of orbital. How there is a formation of covalent bond? If two orbitals are overlapping in a linear way or head-on overlapping will give you single bond. It is also called sigma bond. Then how there is a formation of pi covalent bond? If orbitals are overlapping in sidewise, it is called a lateral way. It will make pi bond. Okay, so in alkenes we have a double bond. In alkynes we have a triple bond. So these multiple bonds are generally called as pi bonds. Okay, so sidewise or lateral overlapping of atomic orbitals or hybridized orbitals will give you pi bond. So electrons of a sigma bond is called a sigma electron. Electrons in a pi bond is called a pi electron. Okay, so second point is there should be delocalization of pi electron in the ring. Okay. Point number three, there should be 4n plus 2 pi electron. So how much number of pi electron should be there? 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Okay, I will explain it in detail. A compound should be a planar, can be identified easily. Is there any delocalization of pi electron or not? Can be identified with the help of structure. The main thing is number of pi electrons inside the ring. There should be 4n plus 2 pi electron. This is the third point in the Huckel's rule. So Huckel's rule is also known as 4n plus 2 pi rule. Okay. So n is an integer. It may be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. So with the help of n value, we may find a number of pi electrons. Okay, you take n value 0. Substitute n value in the formula. So the formula is 4n plus 2 pi. So 4 into 0 plus 2 pi. So 2 pi electron. So according to 4n plus 2 pi rule, if an organic compound with 2 pi electrons will be aromatic. So it has to obey what are the rules? First, the compound should be a planar one. There should be delocalization of pi electron. The third one is if the compound has a 2 pi electrons, it will be aromatic. Okay. The same way, substitute 1 in the formula. We will get 6 pi electrons. Substitute 2 in the formula instead of n, 10 pi electrons. Substitute number 3, we will get 14 pi electrons. So 4n plus 2 pi formula is used to find whether the compound is aromatic or not. So for a compound, there should be a planar structure, there should be a delocalization of pi electron, and the compound should have 4n plus 2 pi electron. It should have 2 pi or 6 pi electron or 10 pi electron or 14 pi electron. Any one should be there. The compound may have 2 pi electron, or it may have 6 pi electrons, or it may have 10 pi electrons, or it may have 14 pi electrons. Still it will continue. Okay, we can substitute number 4, 5, 6 in the formula. Number of pi electron will be increased. So these are the 3 points used to find a compound as aromatic or not. We can take some examples. we are going to find whether a compound is an aromatic or not. First, the simplest member of aromatic hydrocarbon is benzene. Its molecular formula C6H6. First point, the compound is a planar one. So the six carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms are in a plane. So it is planar in structure. Then what is the next pointer? There should be delocalization of pi electron. What is the meaning of delocalization? It is not in a rest. It is in the movement. Localized. Localization means being in a particular position. Delocalization is the opposite word of localization. Always in the movement. So the pi electron should not be localized between two carbon atoms. To take this pi bond, so for each covalent bond, two electrons. Okay, for every covalent bond, it may be a single or it may be a double. Okay, so for a sigma bond as well as pi bond, for every covalent bond, number of electron 2. So due to mutual sharing of electron, a covalent bond is formed. For every covalent bond, there will be 2 electrons, or we can say pair of electron. So this pi electron means electrons present in a pi bond is not a localized one. The 2 electrons in the pi bond will not be for these 2 carbon atoms alone. Okay, so consider 2 pi electrons of this pi bond. It is not a localized one. It is not applicable for only these 2 carbon atoms. Okay, so this is not a localized one. It is a delocalized one. So all the pi electrons are spreading over all the carbon atoms. Okay. So pi electrons of the 3 pi bond. Totally we have 3 pi bond. For every pi bond, 2 electrons. Totally 6 pi electrons. The 6 pi electrons are in delocalization. It is spreading over all the carbon atoms. So we say that it is an electron density. The electron density will be spreaded over all the carbon atoms. Okay, so there is a delocalization of pi electron. There is an easy way of finding the delocalization. It is conjugation. If there is an alternate single bond and a double bond present, means there will be delocalization. This is general concept. This is not applicable for all structures. In a compound, if there is an alternative single and double bond, it is called a conjugation, and this will be in a delocalization, will not be a localized one. Okay, so take benzene. It has a planar structure. It has 3 pi bond. Okay, so these 6 pi electrons are involving in delocalization. They are not localized between 2 carbon atoms alone. The pi electrons are spreading over all the 6 carbon atoms. It is delocalization of pi electron. The third point, benzene has 6 pi electrons. So it obeys 4n plus 2 pi rule. Okay, a compound with the 2 pi or 6 pi or 10 pi or 14 pi will be aromatic. So benzene has 6 pi electrons. For every pi bond, 2 electron. Totally 3 pi bond. Okay, 6 pi electrons present in the benzene. So it is an aromatic compound. So we identify that benzene is an aromatic compound with the help of Huckel's rule or 4n plus 2 pi rule. This is naphthalene. Okay, naphthalene has a planar structure and there is a delocalization of pi electron. You can see the conjugation. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, here also single bond, then double bond, single bond. Alternate single bond, double bond present. So there is a conjugation. Definitely there will be delocalization. So the pi electrons will be spreaded over all the carbon atoms. Naphthalene is a planar molecule. It has a delocalization of pi electron. And how much pi electrons present in total 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So an organic compound with 10 pi electrons will be aromatic according to 4n plus 2 pi rule. Naphthalene is an aromatic compound. The third example is anthracene. Anthracene is a planar molecule and it has alternate single bond double bond. There will be delocalization of pi electrons. Double bond, single bond, 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 double bond, single bond. So these two are also in conjugation. So all the pi electrons are not localized, they are in the delocalized position. Okay. Next, whether it has 4n plus 2 pi electron or not. For every pi bond 2 electron. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So anthracene has 14 pi electrons. So it will be aromatic according to 4n plus 2 pi rule. Take this one. This is not a benzenoid compound. Okay, this is not a benzenoid compound. A benzenoid compound will have benzene structure, at least one benzene structure. So this cyclopentadienyl anion is not a benzenoid compound. First point, it has a planar structure. According to Huckel's rule, it has a planar structure. Okay. Second, we have to identify the delocalization of pi electron. Will you find the delocalization of pi electron? So we have a pi bond, single bond, and here pi bond should be there, but single bond present. But there is a pi electron over this carbon. Okay. So here conjugation is not possible. Single bond, double bond. At the same time, the carbon has a pi electron. It can involve in delocalization. So when this pi electron is shifting over, this electron will move here and this pi bond will be shifting here. Okay. So the delocalization is possible because of this electron. If this electron is not present, it is not a conjugated one. Delocalization will not be there. It will not be aromatic. But delocalization is possible. This pi electron can be shifted over here. So this electron will be shifted and this pi electron will be shifted. So delocalization of pi electron is possible. Point number 1, planar. Point number 2, delocalization of pi electron present. Third point, it has 4 pi electron, so totally 6 pi electron, 2, 4 and 6. Okay. So compound with the 6 pi electron will be aromatic. So cyclopentadienyl anion is not a benzenoid compound, but it is an aromatic compound. You take a furan. This is a heterocyclic compound, right? Benzene, naphthalene, anthracene, these are all homocyclic compound. This is a heterocyclic compound. The cyclic structure is made by carbon and a heteroatom. So totally 5 atoms are joining together to make the cyclic structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 5 atoms are joining to make this cyclic structure. So out of 5 atoms, 4 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Okay. If a cyclic structure is formed by carbon and a heteroatom, it is called a heterocyclic compound. Usually what will be the heteroatoms? Oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, fluorine. Okay. So these heteroatoms will be involved in the formation of a cyclic structure. These are called heterocyclic compounds. Okay, we may find the aromaticity. First, it is a planar molecule. Then, second point, there is a delocalization of pi electron. If this pi electron is shifting over here, the lone pair of electrons present in oxygen, we know that heteroatoms like nitrogen, oxygen will have a lone pair of electrons. When this pi electron is shifting over here, the lone pair of electron will involve in delocalization. So this bond will be shifted over here. So because of this lone pair of electron on oxygen, pi bond will shift or pi electron will be in delocalization. So second point is fulfilled. There is a delocalization of pi electron. Now the lone pair of electron is also involving in delocalization. So we have to include this also as pi electron. Okay. So 2, 4, 6. A compound with 6 pi electron will be aromatic. So furan is an aromatic compound. And this is cyclopropenyl cation. Okay. So this is a planar structure. It has delocalization of pi electron because of the positive charge. So this is the pi bond. The electron of pi bond is called pi electron. When this pi electron is shifting here, the positive charge will be shifted over here. Okay. If pi electron is shifting, this positive charge will be shifted over this carbon. Next, the pi bond in this position is shifting here, positive charge will be shifted over here. So there is a delocalization of pi electron because of this positive charge. Okay, so first point, planar fulfilled. Second point, delocalization of pi electron is possible because of this positive charge. The third point, how much pi electrons present? 2 pi electron. Only one pi bond. For pi bond, 2 electrons. So 2 pi electron present. A compound with 2 pi electron is aromatic. 2 pi, 6 pi, 10 pi and 14 pi electrons. These are all aromatic. So cyclopropenyl cation is not a benzenoid compound, but due to planar delocalization of pi electron and 4n plus 2 pi electron, it is an aromatic compound. You take cyclopentadiene. It is not a benzenoid compound. It is a planar one, but there is no delocalization of pi electron. If a pi bond is shifted here, again this will not be shifted, right? So alternate single bond, double bond is not present. There is no conjugation. So the 2 pi bonds are localized. Delocalization pi electron is not possible. So cyclopentadiene is not aromatic compound. It is non-aromatic compound. Okay. Then you take cyclooctatetrene. The first point, it is not a planar. So the molecule is not planar means it will not be aromatic. Alternate single bond, double bond present. You can take conjugation, alternate single bond, double bond present, but it is not a planar. Delocalization is not possible and it does not have 4n plus 2 pi electron. It does not have 2 or 6 or 10. It has 8 pi electrons. 8 pi electron means non-aromatic. Okay. So cyclooctatetrene is not an aromatic compound. It is a non-aromatic compound. So this is an important concept. With the help of Huckel's rule, we can identify an aromatic compound. Not only the benzenoid compounds, heterocyclic compounds, non-benzenoid compounds will be aromatic. The condition is it has to follow or it has to obey Huckel's rule or 4n plus 2 pi rule. So tomorrow we are going to discuss the structure of benzene, an important concept. Okay, thank you.